Okay, here we are back again with more Dragon Age Origins, and I think it's about time we talk to Alistair because I really want to kiss him.
You know, I've been thinking.
What have you been thinking about?
Back when we left Goldana's, you told me I needed to look out for myself more than I do.
Yeah?
I'm beginning to think you were right.
Maybe.
I need to stop letting everyone else make my decisions for me.
Okay.
I need to take a stand and think about myself for a change, or I'm never going to be happy.
Sounds good. It's about time, I say.
Then from this point on, I'll be looking out for myself more. I should have done this a long time ago. I just wanted to thank you. Meeting you is the one bright spot out of everything that's happened.
I feel the same way.
Let's go. We've
No,
got
no,
a
no.
lot left
I don't want
to
to
do.
go. I want to kiss. Ah!
Here. Look
Uh-oh.
at this.
What's that?
Do you know what this is?
Your new weapon of choice?
Yes, that's right. Watch as I thrash our enemies with the mighty power of floral arrangements.
Woo!
Feel my thorns, darkspawn. Ah! I will overpower you with my rosy scent.
Nice.
Or, you know, it could just be a rose. I know that's pretty dull in comparison.
You've been thumbing that flower for a while now.
I picked it in Lothering.
Wow.
I remember thinking, how could something so beautiful exist in a place with so much despair and ugliness? I probably should have left it alone, but I couldn't. The Darkspawn would come and their taint would just destroy it. So I've had it ever since.
And what do you intend to do with it?
I thought that I might give it to you, actually.
Aww.
In a lot of ways, I think the same thing when I look at you.
Shut up. I'm gonna punch myself in the face right now because you're too cute. Punching myself in the face. Wow. I don't know what to say.
I guess it's a bit silly, isn't it?
No, it's
I
not.
just
It's
thought,
adorable. It's
Here I am,
freaking
doing all
adorable.
this complaining, and you haven't exactly been having a good time of it yourself.
That's fair enough.
You've had none of the good experience of being a Grey Warden since your joining. Not a word of thanks or congratulations. It's all been death and fighting and tragedy.
And you.
I thought maybe I could say something. Tell you what a rare and wonderful thing you are to find amidst all this darkness.
Shut up. I feel the same way about you.
I'm glad you like it. Now, if we could move right on past this awkward, embarrassing stage and get right to the steamy bits, I'd appreciate it.
Oh. Sounds good. Off with the armor then.
Ha ha. Love called. Damn, she's so right through me.
You're so cute when you're bashful.
I'll be standing over here until the blushing stops, just to be safe. You know how it is.
Yeah. Look at you, you cutie. You're way too cute. Oh my gosh. That was way too cute. Alistair, you gotta stop with this cuteness. Ugh, you're too cute. Okay, let's talk to Shell. I need to wash myself of that cuteness by talking to Shell. I do. I have some questions, maybe. So, have we talked about the crystals? We have, probably. Do all golems have them? Ah. Huh. So their decoration? But they can do other things too. Would you be willing to have more added? No, no more questions. Fair enough. Alright, Chill likes me. Starting to. I mean, that's okay, right? We're making some progress, I suppose. Sten, do you have anything for me? Probably not. No, okay. Let's go. Let's actually go to Denerim. And I will bring I'll bring this weird crew with me, because I'm just going to wander around a little bit in Denerim. Probably going to get stopped on the way and have to fight, which is going to be a pain, but... Yeah, here... Oh, no, not yet. Ah, there it is. Oh boy. Okay, what do we have here? I think it's just a bunch of darkspawn, and there's an ogre back there. I don't really see anybody else. I don't see any mages. Okay. Oh. Let's take the ogre down. Let's actually get a vulnerability hex on the ogre. Okay, cool. Some Redcliffe soldiers to save. We managed to do it. Night corpse, okay. Ogre, nice. More bloody corpses. Fair enough. Elf fruit, need that, need that. More elf roots? Yeah, elf root. It's the best. It's the best. Okay, and here's a corpse over here. Elf root. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. We managed it. Even with this weird ass team. Let's continue to Denerim. Let's do this. Fair enough. That was the brothers and sons. Okay. Do you have any Chanter's Board quests? Okay. I don't want to talk to her yet. I will soon. First, however, I'm going to come in here. Wade's Emporium. Doo-doo. Fair enough, guys. Fair enough. Alright. Hey, Heron. Well, actually, I have some Drake scales, yeah. I'll pay 10 sovereigns extra. Make it good and quickly. Okay. So now I just have to wait. Yeah. So let's go, let's leave. And then we can go back in. Because this is a really good spot to actually get party banter. Interesting. I wonder if Sten might have more to say about that back at camp. Maybe. We can find out. Sten! I want to discuss something you mentioned. No. Okay. I guess not. Let's go. I guess not. Okay, fine. Then I'm just gonna smooch Alistair again. Miss the constant battles? Or miss you? Here we go. I think I already do. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I need more testing to be sure. Shut up. Oh, Beebins. He's such a cutie. Look at you. Aww. He's so cute. Why are you so cute, Alistair? Why? Why are you so cute? It's not fair. Okay. Wow. Like, I've been working on this Urn of Sacred Ashes quest for so long now that, like, now that it's done, I'm kind of like, okay, now what? It's not even the longest of the main quests in the game. It's just, like, once you've been doing it for a while, you get into the groove, and then you're like, then it's over, and you're like, okay, now what the heck do I do? And, like, I don't want to start the next plot mission just yet. I suppose we could look at some codex here. Brontos. Yeah, we've encountered some of those in the Urn of Sacred Ashes, in the temple. There's only two things a noble will step aside for: paragons and angry Brontos. This hulking beast was originally bred by the dwarven Shaperit as a beast of burden and food source, the rough equivalent to surface oxen and cows. Some versions of Bronto have even been developed as dwarven mounts, valued far more for their sure-footedness and stamina than for their speed. While present within Orzammar in large numbers, some Brontos still exist in packs within the Deep Roads, having returned to a wild state after the fall of the Dwarven kingdoms. They require remarkably little sustenance, consuming organic material from water, fungus, and even rocks, hence the rock liquor appellation used by many dwarves to describe Bronto, and exist in primarily dormant states until provoked. An angry, charging Bronto is considered to be a rather dangerous opponent. Yeah, it was kind of dangerous. We have some Drake info. Male dragons never develop into the winged monsters of myth. At most, their forelegs grow the vestigial spurs where wing membrane might have been. Once they have fully matured, males immediately seek out the lairs of adult females. When they find one, they move into her lair and spend the rest of their lives there, hunting for her and defending her young. They will aggressively defend her nest, and many would-be dragon hunters have been lost to their fiery breath and crushing blows from their tails. So those are drakes. We also have an interesting one on the Life Drinker, which is the amulet that we came across in the Temple of Sacred Ashes. No one knows for certain where this amulet came from. All we have is a legend. Long before the Golden City turned black, there lived in the Tevinter Imperium a frail old magician in the court of the Archon. He was the least among the mages of the court, the lamplighter, whose task it was to set all the thousands of candles alight and snuff them again when the Archon retired for the evening. He was counted as useless by all the most influential magisters. But he was only biding his time. One day, when all the magisters of the Imperium were assembled in the great hall of the Archon, the lamplighter struck. He conjured a massive firestorm in the hall, trying to assassinate all who were assembled and seize power himself. The court was made up of the most powerful mages of the Imperium, and they worked quickly to destroy the would-be usurper. But found to their astonishment, their magic was no match for the old mage. Every spell they cast was countered, and the magisters began to fall one by one, until only the Archon himself and the lamplighter were left, locked in a battle of magic and will. The Archon saw that with each spell he cast, the lamplighter himself seemed to wither and fade a little more. So he bombarded the mage with spell after spell, until at last nothing was left of the palace but rubble, nothing left of the court but corpses, and nothing left of the lamplighter but a golden pendant. This the Archon kept, to remind himself that treachery could come from even the most innocuous sources. Interesting. Oh yeah, here's a fun codex entry on the Avars, which we found in Haven. Driven across the Frostbacks in ancient times, the Alamari tribesmen split into 3 groups. One settled the Ferelden Valley, one was pushed into the Korcari wilds, and the last returned to the mountains. Modern Fereldans bear little resemblance to their Alamari ancestors, and the Chastened remember few of their traditions, but the Avars have changed little throughout the ages. Like the Chastened, the Avars are not a united people. Each tribe fends for itself and is beholden only to its thane. They still follow their own gods, Korth, the Mountain Father, Hakon Winter's Breath, the Lady of the Skies, as well as dozens of animal gods never named to outsiders. Nothing lasts in the mountains. Wind and rain eventually eat away the strongest holds. Valleys that were arable one generation are locked in year-round ice the next. Game is constantly on the move. Even among themselves, the Avar make no absolute promises. They wed by a tradition in which the groom struggles to untie a tightly knotted rope while the bride sings a hymn to one of the gods. However many knots he is undone by the time her song ends is the number of years she will spend with him. Lowlanders often forget that there is no such thing as a permanent alliance in the Frostbacks. So that's an interesting little tidbit of Avar culture. Here's one on the old gods of Tevinter. Dumat, the dragon of silence, Zazakel, the dragon of chaos, Toth, the dragon of fire, Andral, the dragon of slaves, Urthemiel, the dragon of beauty, Razakali, the dragon of mystery, and Lusican, the dragon of night. There were 7 old gods, great winged dragons that were said to rule over the ancient world. The Chantry maintains that they are responsible for the original sin, that they turned humanity away from its true creator through deceit. Humanity's faith faltered, and thus the Maker turned away from the world, but not before trapping the old gods in eternal prisons beneath the earth as punishment. Scholars assume that the old gods must indeed have been real at one point, but most agree that they were likely actual dragons, ancient high dragons of a magnitude not known today, and impressive enough to frighten ancient peoples into worshipping them. Some even claim that these dragons slumber as a form of hibernation, not as a result of the Maker's wrath. Regardless of the truth, legend maintains that even from their underground prisons, the old gods were able to whisper into the minds of men. The Archon Thalcian, the first of the Magisters who claimed to have contacted the old god Dumat, used the blood magic Dumat taught him to attain incredible power in Tevinter and declare himself the ruler of an empire. In return, he established the first temples worshipping the old gods, and the dragons became equated everywhere with imperial power. To date, 4 of the old gods are said to have risen as corrupted archdemons. Dumat, the first and most powerful, was slain at the Battle of Silent Fields. Zazakel fell at the Battle of Starkhaven, Toth died at the Battle of Hunterfell, and Andral was felled by Garahel, the legendary Grey Warden, at the Battle of Aisley. The archdemons have been identified only after years of argument among scholars, and to this day it is unclear whether the archdemons were truly old gods and not simply dragons. All that is known is that the Darkspawn hunt for them deep underground. If they are truly the old gods, as many scholars believe, then we have only 3 blights remaining. When all the old gods have risen and been slain, however, what will happen? Will the blights end forever, and humanity earn forgiveness from the Maker at last? We shall see. From the Old Gods Rise Again by Sister Mary, Chantry Scholar, 850 Blessed. So yeah, this is a pretty, obviously this is a pretty sort of skewed vision of how the blights work, coming from a very particular Chantry perspective. But I think it's interesting nonetheless. The idea that, okay, so what happens if we kill the rest of the old gods? Will there be no more blights, or will something even worse happen? Is kind of an interesting little overshadowing kind of note. And what would it take to end the blights forever? Do we have to go through this 3 more times to end the blights forever, or is there a way to end it, permanently before that happens? Is kind of an overarching question of the franchise, honestly, and it's going to come back. That question is going to be asked by a number of characters over the course of the franchise. So yeah, we're about out of time, so we'll leave it here. As always, if you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Later.